The liver lives under your right rib, and your liver is the largest internal organ, and your liver is the only organ that has the ability to regrow. And cancer cannot get a hold on the body if the liver is working in optimum performance. So just that piece of information alone makes the liver an incredibly important organ. Here's liver. Now the liver is called the project manager because everything that comes into the body goes first to the liver. So what we looked at in our last lecture, we had a look at how the food is broken down into tiny little particles and absorbed into the blood. Now I want to show you what happens once it's in the blood. So once it's in the blood, it goes on the M1 main highway portal vein straight to the project manager, the liver. And I want to do an assessment of what most people in the Western world eat today. And never in the history of mankind have human beings eaten so many carbohydrates. So I'd like to do a carbohydrate assessment. So most people in the Western world today eat cereal for breakfast, is that right? Cereal. We know it's a popular food because there's a whole aisle devoted to it. There's also a whole aisle devoted to bread. And because these two foods don't take you very far, by mid-morning most people are reaching for cakes, biscuits, cookies, donuts, yeah? And Australians love their pies, and Europeans have introduced us to pizza and pasta, and Asians eat a lot of rice. My husband's an Irishman, so every main meal has to contain potatoes. And last and certainly least in nutritive value is the pure crystallized acid that's been extracted from the sugarcane plant. Would you agree with me that we've become high carbohydrate consumers? Now, as I just showed you, all of these foods break down in the gastrointestinal tract to glucose. That's the singular structure that is the result of the breakdown of our starches, our carbohydrates. And then that glucose gets absorbed into the blood. And then it gets sent to the project manager, liver. And the first thing the liver will do with the glucose is it'll send it to the cell. So let's go to the CBD, the Central Business District of the human body, and have a look at what happens once the glucose goes into the cell. It goes into the cell under the action of insulin.